last night in Utah. A game that Mark Daigneault said had everyone in the locker room really upset after the game, which he loved seeing that. And here comes Craig off the short three.
And you talked about Josh Giddey and a little bit more shot creation. I think Josh Giddey has to be more aggressive on the offensive end. You've got to be a lot more aggressive, and you can't pass up shots. You're not going to get a ton of great offensive looks if you're playing against the Phoenix Suns.
And Ryan, you bring up the fact that they're sitting in 11th place in the Western Conference, just 2 games back of 4th place in the loss column, as Chris Paul gets to his spot and hits a nice jumper.
Here's Booker. Fading, got hit, and connects on the jumper. A chance for 3.
One time it was Lou Dort fouling Chris Paul, and then the next time you get Devin Booker. Phoenix Suns are too good.
Another key part of the Thunder core to build around the upcoming draft capital. Dort comes up with a steal. Williams gets it ahead to Giddey, who shifts inside.
And it's interesting, RJ. Jalen Williams taking the Devin Booker matchup.
Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton. So there's going to be a feeling out period, but that's always a good one when you're getting a 30-point-a-game score.
You're adding one of the best players of all time. I think the winner here is Chris Paul, because he's going to now be guarded by the other team's 3rd best defender.
Yeah, you talked about benefiting Chris Paul. Chris Paul has been playing more and more off the ball. You see Devin Booker with that pull-up jumper. But with Chris Paul playing off the ball, it does take pressure off of him. You know he's a great spot-up shooter, and allows Chris Paul to probably be more ball dominant in the 4th quarter. You see DeAndre Ayton with the quality block. Andrew Bogut would get block shots in the 4th quarter. He would surprise people and take charges, and they would be going so hard because, as you see, the turnover there by OKC.
Over to Dort. Dort shoveled it into Wiggins. 5 to shoot. Wiggins can't hook it in. Good battle by Dort by Booker. Neither team has led by more than 2 at any point thus far in this first. Here's Booker. Gets Dort on his hip. Left it short.
Was a 2nd-round pick of the Philadelphia 76ers back in 2020, and has really been an outstanding player because he's been outstanding there for a number of years. But Mikal Bridges spent more time guarding all-stars than any other player in the NBA this season. Nice job there from OKC. Nice job there from OKC running the 2-man break to get the bucket. But Mikal Bridges spent that time. He was the guy for Phoenix that guarded the primary option. So is about helping his team, helping his teammates. Super competitive, very thoughtful, and I'm so happy to see the success. The 3-point shooting in his time at Oklahoma City makes him an extremely valuable player.
Ayton able to snare it away from Saric. I know it's a Zach Lowe favorite, but in case you're not familiar with the Thunder, they have 2 Jalen Williamses, both rookies, both in their starting lineup, as Booker can't hit the 3. I know it's a Zach Lowe favorite, but in case you're not familiar with the Thunder, they have 2 Jalen Williamses, both rookies, both in their starting lineup, as Booker can't hit the 3.
You know, he's the type of player, in my opinion, that can get, 10 shots up each half, have a 20 shot as you see. Devin Booker with that turnaround jumper.
21 points for Isaiah Joe in this first half. Big 3 there from Torrey Craig.
They're trying to get him on Josh Giddey. That's why Torrey Craig keeps setting that screen up high.
Craig on the attack, slides right by Williams to lay it in. AD, let's check in now with Monica, who caught up with Mark Daigneault.
I did, Ryan, and in the pregame conversation with us, he talked about stacking good things on one another, and the Thunder, for the most part, were pleased with that first half.
When you break down these 2 teams, Oklahoma City only has 4 less wins, and they have 2 more losses than the Phoenix Suns. So we know the regard.
Booker around the Ayton screen, elevates and knocks it down. His mid-range is lethal.
To shoot the absolute out of the basketball.
6 of 9 from 3-point range. He has 24. Booker rims out on a 3.
you've got to be mentally prepared to go to battle when you're Chris Paul's teammate. Because if you're not, there will be some strong words as the Oklahoma City Thunder go to zone there.
Didn't see anything obvious there initially. As Booker hits the free throw, 16 now.
Give me two superstars that we just got to shut down one. We can be strict with the game plan versus a team that moves the ball and you're trying to figure out who to stop.
Booker can hit the three, and Joe and Giddy. Jalen Williams of Santa Clara is referred to as J-Dub. Jalen Williams of Arkansas is J-Will. As Booker splash on another mid-range J. Torrey Craig!
Get him back, young fella. Get him back.
What a sequence! Booker flicks it. Lee hits it from the corner. Damian Lee, JJ talked about it. Catch fire? No. Booker, a lot of contact, no call. Booker, crossover, kick, Ross, connects on a three at the buzzer.
But really, you'd like to continue to see them get inside and force fouls on this Thunder team.
Okogie steals it away, driving to the rack, inside left hand, won't get it. Booker there with a follow.
Booker did a nice job on that follow.
Okogie off and running, unable to finish. Booker cleans it up. And a timeout taken.
A back-to-back overtime game, and then they show up shorthanded. So maybe there were some mental errors and they settled into the game, and they've done a pretty good job being competitive.
5 to shoot. Booker using the Ayton screen. Booker hoist, can't hit. Ayton lost it, gonna stay here. Rebound is secured by the Thunder. They have time and an opportunity here, down 8. Here's Dort. Rumbling inside, could not finish it.
They've had opportunities here. Joe gets a good look from the top of the key, and Dort misses the reverse layup.
Booker, he got it. And with that three, becomes the all-time leader in franchise history.
With 5 minutes ago, so you know that the Phoenix Suns have closers, and they just added one of the best in the NBA history in Kevin Durant.
The 12th pick of the 2022 draft. Just talking about another Santa Clara legend, Steve Nash. Booker, he got it. Unstoppable in the mid-range.